understanding people is like understanding yourself. Our psychology. Hey, what's up? It's Rika and I'm Rika Meiji Gabres, and today, January 5, Wednesday, I will be talking about why you should take psychology as your major in college. So today we'll be having a sit-in kind of video where we'll be talking about the fun facts and trivia about psychology and why you should consider psychology as a major in college. So let's start! So before we go deeper about psychology, there's a bit confusion of senior high students if they should take STEM or use in their strand in senior high. And just to be clear, I think either of the two, you can still take psychology as your major in college. But if you are more on social sciences, then you can go for use and take AD psychology. But you can still take BS psychology even though if you are taking use. And that also goes for STEM students. They can still take up BS or AD psychology. So whatever your strand is, you can still take both BS or either of the BS or AD psychology. Since we are already in the topic, what is the difference between AD psychology and BS psychology?
Where's your fucking alibi?
So as already mentioned earlier, if you are more on social sciences, then you can go for use, and that also goes for AD psychology. If you are more on social sciences, then you can go for AD psychology. But if you are going to enter med school, then the right course for you is BS psychology, since BS psychology can serve as your pre-med, since it has more on focus on natural sciences, which includes your physics, chemistry, earth science, sociology, and the likes. So that's the difference between AD psychology and BS psychology. So since AD psychology is more on focus on social sciences, which means you can, if you are more like to continue your law or you want to enter law school, then you can go for AD psychology. So if you want to to take you want to be a doctor, you want to be a psychiatrist, then go for BS psychology, since there's a lot of units that are required and BS psychology has those. So if you want to enter med school, then you go for BS psychology. And if you want to enter law school, then go for AD psychology. Is there a lot of job opportunities in psychology? Another fact, yes, there's a lot of job opportunities awaiting for us, since in psychology it has a wide scope of knowledge. Like if you are more human resources, then you are in industrial psychology. We also have educational psychology, and we have also clinical psychology. So if you are taking psychology and you still don't know where you are inclined, then that's not a problem, since we have a lot of job opportunities. You may be inclined in industrial, and then go for it. If not, then maybe in education, or if not, then go for clinical. We have a lot of job opportunities here in psychology, so it's not really a problem at all. Is it true if psychology majors can read people's mind? Actually, this is kind of funny because this is just a myth that if you are a psych major, you can read people's minds, which is wrong because we don't read minds, but we understand their behavior and their thinking. But we don't actually read their minds because we don't have that kind of superpowers, because we are scientists and psychologists are also scientists. So we don't have that kind of superpower that can read people's mind. No, we don't read minds. We understand them.
So where's your fucking alibi?
Our psychologists, psychiatrists, and psychometricians are the same? Another fact, no, they are not the same because they have different kind of level of work. So although these um, treat people, they have different kind of work. For psychologists, you see, these are the ones who have their psychology degree and doctorate degree, and they work more on in talk therapy, while psychiatrists, they undergo to med school. That is why they can prescribe medicine, medication, because they know how this bodily function works well, because they've gone to med school, while psychometrician are the ones who analyzes, evaluate scores. So they are more on statistics. They analyze the scores. They are also assisted by psychologists, since they can diagnose people, and that's for psychometrician. Do psychology have board exam? Yes, we have board exam, which is the psychometrician board. If you ask if it's necessary to take right after college, no, another fact. But if you want to have a license right after your 4-year college, which is psychology, then you can take you can take psychometrician board or the psych board. Another fact, or more like a perks of being a psychology major. So if you are going to take psychology, it is very interesting course, since you are not just learning for a profession, but it feels like you are learning something that you can both use for your daily life and also to your profession, since we understand people and their behavior and the roots of those reasons why they behave like this, which can help you to have a wide perspective about people and life. And as much as we want to understand people, we are also can help them in a way, especially if it's really your profession. So understanding people is like understanding yourself. So if you take psychology, it is really interesting course, so that you can really enjoy it while pursuing your dreams. So I really recommend you to take psychology if that's really what you want as your course. So I think that's it. I hope you learned something from my video, and I hope I encourage you to take BS Psychology as your major in college. And I hope you learn the different aspects of psychology and some misunderstanding and misconception about psychology. And until we see in my next one. Bye-bye!
Maybe, maybe, maybe. Maybe I wish you were mine, girl. And maybe I wish you took time.